up, y'all? It's the Normies coming at you a little bit of Talking Normies podcast. My name's Chris Johnson. I'm talking.
I am Pat.
My name's Redacted.
My name is Suraj Chaudhary.
Oh, is your favorite is your favorite dinosaur the Redactyl? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's from Earth. It's the pterodactyl.
Oh, linguistics jokes. That's what you guys came to hang out with us for today. So check it out. Today we're going to be doing the old podcast. We're going to do the weekend catch up. I want to talk about dating differences because we're all in different phases of dating.
Oh, boy.
I think it's pretty cool. I'm married. Serge is engaged. Mickey's going on a date. And Pat hasn't been on a date since when?
I wasn't prepared for this.
We're going to get you on a date, bro.
I was not prepared for this either.
What Mickey literally said last week, he was like, we could talk about my date.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here last week.
Oh, that's right.
This was a whole thing. Chris just wanted to put us all on blast.
You've been talking about your date.
I want to know. I'm
He really
curious.
trying to be Jim Halpert over here. You know?
Me and Mickey are going to talk to you guys about me and Pat are going to talk to you guys about Euphoria and why you should be watching it. And then we're going to talk about a little Andor and a little Hulk this week.
Ooh.
So with that getting said, weekend catch up. What you boys been up to?
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. And Call of Duty. I streamed. I had major issues last night, so I couldn't get my stream to work.
Major issues?
Major issues. I'm playing a Plague Tale. I'm halfway through the game, but for some reason last night it just refused to open. And the only thing I can think of is it's left Game Pass, and I can no longer play it. But I already have it installed, so I should still be able to play it. But
So Game Pass is shit.
I guess if that's the stipulation when it leaves and you lose the game, I guess so.
That's silly.
But I mean, I don't think that's the case though, because I've had games that have left and I will still. But anyways, I had to pivot to Call of Duty, and it was a lot of fun. It was pretty fun.
The same fluid Call of Duty controls that everybody knows and loves.
Keyboard and mouse, baby.
You want a keyboard and mouse?
Keyboard and mouse, baby.
I'm going to try to get into that, but I don't have. So you see this pinky? That pinky.
Bro, I broke both of my pinkies.
I have two from punching.
And guess what? Same here. Except for you. What did you hit?
The walls.
I hit
Why is it that
So
people...
you can't independently.
Huh?
You can't independently tap. No.
So
do this.
See, I can't do that with this pinky.
No, I mean like put your
Can you
fingers
bend your
down
pinky?
here.
Oh.
This pinky, like this.
Yeah, put your hand down.
Okay.
No one can see his hands.
Now.
Yeah, put your hands up.
You got it.
Yeah,
Look,
but I don't have that much strength in this
Pat,
pinky.
what you don't have is enough courage in yourself to do it. You can do it. We believe it.
All right, I'm gonna do this keyboard and mouse thing because I saw him play, and this dude was just.
I don't know.
Damn.
Was that good?
Huh?
Was that good?
Yeah.
Or was he seizing on the...
No, I was like.
So, Serge, what did you do this weekend? Was it also Call of Duty and Fortnite?
No, just kind of hung out.
Yeah.
No, he's an Overwatch boy.
I have been playing Overwatch. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited for Overwatch 2, not gonna lie. I am excited for Modern Warfare as well. It's just I wonder why it's always Modern Warfare that gets people excited. It might be because of the realism. I think people are sick of like alien stuff, shield regen, futuristic wall runs and stuff, and like no fall damage. Call of Duty is like, at least Modern Warfare has become a legitimate, realistic military shooter, like current military shooter.
We got to play Valorant.
Yeah.
Valorant.
Yeah. That'd be a fun one.
Like Call of Duty, for everything that people talk shit about, at least it works. It comes in, you can be in and out of a game. You're not often booted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that the franchise gets a lot of shit for yearly releases.
They're the Madden of shooters.
Call of Duty for real? I always thought Call of Duty was always something different. Now it's got new maps and shit.
I mean, but
it's still the same
it's
game.
pretty, yeah. Like,
Well, I mean, why are you going to change a shooting game?
exactly. Do something innovative.
But
That's why I think.
What can you do?
I don't
It's
know.
still gonna be a shooting game.
We're the customers. We're just here to demand. We're not here to come up with it.
I also like I get why people also shitty about Madden in these games, like shooting games and stuff. It's like, how different can you get? It's still, at the end of the day, it's still going to be a shooting game. At the end of the day, it's still going to be a football game.
If you can't-
what do you want more?
Yeah, but if you can't make it different, then don't fucking make it.
I mean, like, okay, the difference would be to fix the fucking online so it's not.
You have to buy a new game every year.
My question is that's fine, but how can they change? How can they change Madden to be so unique or different, intended or whatever you want to call it?
I tell you,
still be an NFL football game.
I told you already. I saw a whole Angry Joe video about it. I love Angry Joe's Madden reviews every year because he just gets more and more pissed as the game just releases the same fucking thing. He did a Super Bowl game in his season did a kick return for a touchdown. That's a big deal, by the way. I don't know if you get it. Kick return for a touchdown. And he like went back to the replay to look at the team, like your team on the sidelines, and they were just like looking like, like, come on, bro. Like, I know it's 2022, and yeah, that's not important.
Matter.
But some of those details, like if you're doing a kick return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and it's a home game,
but it's
the audience looks like shit.
But there's also been instances where like they literally point out like the crowd graphics are the same from like 3 years ago.
So let's say
creative player faces. There's like 4.
It's the details and like I mean, obviously people complain about the controls and stuff. I don't know. I don't.
The question is,
really bad.
When you buy a new game in a franchise, that game should be an upgrade.
Yeah,
right.
Yes. It should feel.
Okay,
they pay for the roster update.
I'll give you Madden because Madden does fucked up. But I want to hear about Call of Duty because like, what can Call of Duty be an upgrade? Because
Call of Duty,
that's a hard one. That one. I mean, different game modes. I don't know.
I would say Call of Duty still stays fresh because it's always like different guns, different maps.
Yeah.
It feels fresh in that like it's the same game, but it's like.
But I remember, you guys remember when
skin.
Jon Snow, Kit Harington was in that one Call of Duty game where they got to space. That's when Call of Duty was some of the worst because they were trying their best to like change the game, and the only thing they were doing what Titanfall was already doing, and Titanfall was already unique enough, right?
Mm-hmm,
and like Call of Duty as a franchise really struggles to find its way to innovation. Warzone was awesome because they're like, it's going to be free and it's a battle royale. And here's the thing about battle royales, like it was the perfect mix of where I feel like PUBG is almost realistic to a fault where it's kind of boring sometimes. You know what I mean?
You
like
can't climb shit.
Like the maps are huge, and even the gunfights you get in, you're like, I think I'm in a gunfight. Like I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
And where Fortnite was like, oh, Darth Vader's building a base. Like Call of Duty found a way to put that battle royale-ness and strike it in the middle. But that's also why like
let's just put every single license.
It's literally going to turn into Ready Player One, and that's a bad thing. I'm telling you now.
I'm here for it.
I'm telling you now.
I feel that there's new maps is at least more innovative than like Madden, which is the same game.
Wait, explain why you think it's a bad thing.
All right, so you guys know the movie Ready Player One. Did you watch it?
No.
Yes.
Ready Player One is one of those movies that like thinks it's awesome, but really like under the surface, it's about a bunch of fucking nerds gatekeeping culture for people, and then also culture in the future just turning into like all of these fucking references and IPs. It's literally like Disney owning the future because Disney owns most of the fucking IPs, and it's just gonna be like
they're gonna
in the fucking distant wasteland of the apocalypse. We'll be paying for fucking McDonald's with Darth Vader playing cards that we found in the rubbish. Like it's so over encompassing. I know I sound old. I know I 100% understand, but
you
like
need to watch Red Letter Media.
It encompasses like everything, and it's just like. Can I have a film? Can I have a unique thing that's brand new? Can I have something that isn't tied into 100 billion IPs?
Yeah.
Like,
you make enough obscure references, you're gonna find one that like someone's gonna be like, oh, because they made a GoldenEye slappers only reference in the movie, and I'm like, damn, all right, they got me.
Right?
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
and it's like
I used to do that.
Like, okay, and here's a perfect example. In that movie, the Iron Giant is like used as a giant weapon, and like that kind of takes away from like what Iron Giant was about. You know what I mean? Like the movie Iron Giant is good and it has a point, but then like when people are just like, oh, I saw Iron Giant in Fortnite and like he's a giant bot. Like hopefully these people go back and watch the movie and like, oh look, there's a message to the movie and there's a thing to learn instead of just being like, hey, he's cool because he's a fucking murder machine. It's confusing.
But when you're Vegeta and you can turn Super Saiyan and snipe Darth Vader
Rick from Rick and Morty,
who is holding a Rick and Morty portal gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
It almost is artful in how zany it is, but everything can't be that.
It's the pop art of video games.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Well, I didn't do anything this weekend. We just bought a house.
Ooh, congrats! That's a big thing.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys know this, but I found it to be wildly stressful, a little disconcerting, and kind of frustrating. I'm happier now than I am than when I had to literally sign paperwork for an hour, but. It's a good thing.
Feels like signing your life away.
Yeah, like everyone's like buying a house is equity. It really feels like the most amount of debt I've ever had in my life. Though. That's what it actually feels like. So,
but it's good debt though.
Yes, good. Is it?
It is.
I understand that it is. I understand that, but I don't feel that.
It's gonna pay back one day.
You know how when people are getting married, they've got like cold feet and they're worried. That's how I felt this whole time. I was like, we should just jump out the window and run away, right? Like, we should just get the fuck out of here.
It's scary.
Which is weird. I didn't have cold feet when I got married, but yeah, that's it. Speaking of marriage, we were at a wedding and stuff, and love was in the air, and I got to hear all these vows, and it's fall. No, we talked about it last week. But because of that, I was wondering, it's cuffing season. It's choosing season.
Wait. I was gonna go back to the house.
cuffing season?
One thing about your house.
Yeah.
When is your housewarming?
Probably around Halloween. That's when we plan to be all the way moved in.
Okay, tight.
Halloween, so you
One other thing
For your housewarming, I'm just gonna knit like a big old coat and put it on your house.
Oh, keep it warm.
For
No, we're
your
not having a
housewarming,
keg.
I'm gonna get you like a tape recording of all of us asking you where you're going to eat.
Oh.
So you can play it every day. It'll be the year long.
We're at a weird
eating,
Venn
Chris?
diagram now where you guys just expect to do it. I went from actually truly hating it to now just comically hating it. So
So every time
Thanks.
we go to lunch, for whatever reason, we're always wondering where Chris is going. Chris, where you going? He's like, I don't know. I'm leaving and I will decide later.
No,
It's-
he'll
it's gonna
decide
be-
once he takes a right turn.
I'm gonna buy you a gift card for somewhere in Czech.
yeah. Oh,
So that you
beautiful.
can't, so it's not usable here, and you'll never be able to use it because you're not moving.
No, we're moving and we're gonna rent the
Yeah,
house
I have a
out.
question about your house.
Yeah.
If you're on a ship and your goal is to reach the destination that you're going to on this ship, do you continuously throw 50-ton anchors off the side of the ship? You're like, we're still gonna get there.
No. Well, one, yeah, you'll still get there. It's about the journey, and this is a part of the journey. And I have to
No,
move
I
to
think
Czech.
I think it's a really good investment. You made
It is.
You made
I mean,
a
we're just gonna.
This is funny.
I know it is.
You made a
We're
smart
gonna
call.
rent it out, and let me tell you. Let me tell you. I say I'm gonna do some shit. I'm gonna fucking do it. We're moving to Czech. It's going to happen.
We're referring to Chris and Marquetta moving. They've been saying they're
they've
gonna
been
move.
saying they've been moving to Europe for like 5 years.
And my little sister really wants to rent the house from me, so I might just.
Oh, there
do
you
something
go.
There you go.
easy.
Bet.
But,
Is she going to Butler?
huh? What?
Is she going to go to Butler?
No, she's an adult. She's out of school.
Oh.
She's a fucking grown up.
I thought you said she
You
been
said
baller.
little sister. I figured she was little.
I mean, she's littler than me.
You never met her sister?
No.
What?
Pretty sure you have.
No.
Okay, well,
I met your
regardless.
mom.
like the way that sounds. All right, listen. Choosing season is when you get to choose who to be with. Cuffing season, you get cuffed up. You get somebody like summertime. It's like, oh, I'm out here sleeping around, figuring out. But the winter's coming, fall's coming. It's sweater weather. You gotta get inside and get warm and be like, hey,
you need a cuddle boo.
listen, miss. I don't know if this is gonna be a real thing, but it's definitely gonna be at least a 6-month thing, all right? Because it's about to be cold and we're both gonna be sad. Where I need someone to drink wine with and hot cider. And so because of that, I was just thinking about how we be dating because we're all in different phases of relationships. Mm-hmm. And just all I just want to, I want to talk about it. Guys don't ever talk about shit like this. And I bet these boys out here are probably like, damn, I bet you if you're single and you're on a YouTube channel and in Indiana, you probably got free range out there. You're just out here.
No,
Getting it in
it's
every other
actually
week.
the opposite, man. Like Indiana, I don't know, man. It's kind of stressful, man, because I feel like obviously Indiana's a big conservative state, and I feel like there is
Usually the hot ones are considered.
there's quite a bit of that on the date. I don't know, man. It's pretty.
Still getting a lot. I mean, most people that are conservative aren't like hard. This
Have you seen the dating profiles? This is what I saw yesterday. This is what I saw on the dating profile. All right, this girl's like, my political views is if your political views right, then swipe right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
yeah, but they know
what they want.
People know what they want. It can be frustrating because I don't know. Even when you match with people, it doesn't really tend to go anywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I haven't really gone on a lot of dates. I've been mostly just
This year, how many dates do
busy
you think
with
you've
the
been
channel.
on?
This year?
Yeah.
2, dude.
Why are you grilling the man?
What?
Is there any
Because I'm
is there
trying to
not a
learn what the
blind
dating
date
landscape's
thing?
like.
Like how you see in shows where everyone goes into this building and it's 2 hours of a speed dating thing.
Speed dates.
Is there a thing like that?
Yeah.
I thought about doing something like that, but I
I don't think there's one in
just
India.
haven't taken the initiative to
that'd be
do
fun.
something
So
like
listen,
that.
they
It's
used to
super
have, you guys know the White Rabbit in Fountain Square? They used to have a dating show there. Where literally 3 bachelors on stage and they have a comedian and then the lady would be like, so bachelor number 1, describe your perfect date. But it's like some goons from Fountain Square. It's just like, I'm trying to take you across the street, girl.
Oh my god,
And it was kind of fucking
that
awesome.
could be fun to do if I was drunk.
No. Oh my God. We have
I don't know
everything
if,
we need.
I don't know if I could do it.
We have
sober.
enough single normies boys to set this shit up on our own.
Oh no,
We can
no,
absolutely.
no.
I can talk with. I know the people. I can talk with them. We can do a whole video.
We'll do a charity
Because
stream.
the normies, no one is meant to be alone in this world.
No. It's a charity stream for Valentine's Day, and they get they get a date with us.
No, it's a charity stream, but you guys are gonna get a date with someone here in town. We can set it up. We can set up
this is cancelable
bachelor.
material.
Auction me off like cattle.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, actually, no. I do have a So my mom has been like very just like aggressive about like, hey, you gotta get married. It's time to get married. So, anyways, there's this Indian specific site called Shadi.com.
Oh yeah.
You've heard about this?
Isn't that Bill Mill?
There's
alright.
There's also Jivan Sati.
What the fuck is that? What does that even mean?
It translates to life partner.
Oh
my God.
That's cute.
What the fuck?
It's really fucking cheesy, man.
But
like
y'all need to get cheesy.
No.
A little bit.
Follow me on this journey. So I made a fucking Shadi.com profile.
Yeah.
And bro, I thought like Tinder and Hinge and all that stuff was like crazy, man. But like this shit is weird on like a weird level.
What is your annual income?
Half of the profiles are made by the parents on behalf of their whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Have you
Right?
seen Indian Matchmaker?
Yeah. But like the descriptions in those profiles, bro, the way they talk about it's like, my daughter is a 120-pound firecracker with an MBA. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
120.
Like the way that it's like it really feels like cattle, bro.
Like, hey, bro, you want to fuck my daughter?
Essentially.
Do you feel like Rhaenyra Targaryen and like,
Bro, it really
of the realm throwing themselves?
It feels so transactional. Like there's no romance at all. There's no flirting. There's no sexy vibes. It's just like very transactional. It's just like
So, not putting anyone on blast. So someone here can admit it. Someone here is going on a date. Can you just tell us how you acquired this date?
I'm going on a date.
How did you do it?
I met her on Hinge.
But like, what? I mean, was the message? Did you come in one of those silly pickup lines? Like,
can we do a mock-up of it? Can I be the girl? I'll do the best.
Can be. No, I'm not going to show
did you
you.
say?
Man.
What was the bullshit?
No. I'll tell you the story. Okay, so I was just swiping. I ended up matching with this girl. I was like, oh shit. So I said hi. We started talking a little bit.
She's like, hey.
You just did a simple hey.
No. Okay.
Come on.
No.
What's your opener?
The conversation was like pretty slow going at first. Okay, and here's one thing about dating is like there's a lot of weird dudes out there. Okay, and because of that, women are very guarded in the dating world, and that's just how the game is.
well, I mean, fun fact: the #1 killer of women is men.
Exactly. So women are very guarded in dating, understandably, and so sometimes you really have to work for that conversation, right? And so that was kind of the vibe I was getting. Like it was a little slow going at first, and I was like, maybe she's just not interested, right? So the weekend was coming up. I was like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And she didn't respond. And like the weekend went by and I was like, dang, maybe she lost interest, right? So then like on Monday, I was like, what have I got to lose? I'll just message her again. The worst I can have is like she just won't respond back, right?
Yeah.
So I messaged her back, she responded, we started talking, and then I asked her out again, and now we're going out tonight, and I'm very nervous about it. It's nervous, man. Dude, like half of me is excited, but I also have like crippling anxiety. So half of my body is like, "Don't go. It's too scary." So it's like it's that internal warfare.
She's just a woman. It's okay. She won't kill you.
You know what?
Nah, I'm nervous, man, because I mean, you know, the work is like really busy. I know you guys think we just watch TV for a living, but there's like so much more to it, and we're like all constantly working, and so I am trying to do like a bigger effort.
Is it gonna be like a reverse rom-com where like you're one of those ladies from like You Got Mail or some shit? Where,
I feel like that.
you're too busy focused on being an architect and like you need to leave time for love, and that way you're like, guys, I got to spend less time on Fortnite and less time with you boys.
That's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like.
You know what? She should be nervous meeting you.
Right.
That's the mindset. You're a big deal. Okay. You Grayson.
How many Instagram followers you got? How many Instagram followers she got?
But you respect her time too.
I'm too humble to be cocky. No, she's really cool. She's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Has she asked you what you do for work yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you tell her?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh.
No, she was like, oh, that's really cool.
It's like, yeah, I watched your podcast this morning.
Yeah, no, she's really cool. She seems really cool. I'm excited about it.
Nice. As we work our way around, then I guess Pat's next.
What's up?
What's the dating game been like out there for the young Tres Uno?
It's tough, dude.
How's it been, man? Yeah.
Tough.
Why is it tough?
Because I really don't put the effort.
So you don't give a fuck.
Kind of.
All right, man.
You're at that phase where, like, I mean, work is busy, bro. We're like constantly working.
Yeah,
it's like,
I
it's
feel
really
like
tough.
I'm at the point where, like, what Mickey did, I don't think I would have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're not even looking. You're like comfortable being like, you're like, I'm Pat, I'm single.
I
I'm
just
cool
want
with
to
that.
say that you both got dags. You got dags. It's the instant
dogs.
conversation
You
starter.
got dag.
Take it to the park. Be
It
like,
is.
you talk about dog shit all
I
day.
do.
Oh yeah, he does this thing where he sniffs and this and slobber.
Oh, yeah. She has,
It's very easy.
Oh God.
yeah. No,
It's
you're
not
right.
like that. It's more fun than
No,
that.
no, I was my old, but like Pat, you just don't give a fuck, right?
I just don't give a fuck.
I mean,
appropriate.
that's where I was at for most of the year. Because here's the thing, I am ready to. I would like to get into a relationship, but I also impromptu took a trip from Indianapolis to LA, and I drove there, and I just like, it's like when you're single, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
You
It's
can
just like
do that in a relationship.
Yeah, you
too.
you can, but what if they're not into road trips?
They don't
It's like-
come with you then, and you go by
Yeah,
yourself.
they'll fly.
Okay, I know that, but then it would still. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
actually sincerely do not know what you're saying.
okay, bad example, but what I'm saying is like.
Example.
But like you can do whatever you want. Like you know what I'm trying to say, Pat?
No.
I think maybe the triple one was bad, but I know what you're trying to say. It's like
you're not.
He has more freedom. For example, example.
Okay.
You can play Fortnite
even
for
though you-
4 hours.
There you go.
Even though you can do whatever you want, you still have to check in and be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this thing, right? Like,
I think. All right, that doesn't seem like a checking in
I got a
thing.
question. I got a question. For
Like,
you.
you can't
Let's say
just disappear on
let's say
Marquetta.
tomorrow you want to go to Atlanta. All right,
Yeah.
you just go to Atlanta.
And you're driving.
Okay.
And you just go. You still have to tell Marquetta that, hey, I'm going.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about it because we literally planned a weekend already.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
I
what I'm saying.
don't have to check in with anybody. I just go.
So why do you want a girlfriend? Then.
Yeah, it's not really a checking in thing. It's a communication. If also you had a girlfriend and she was just like, "Hey, I'm in Iceland today," you're like, "What the fuck? This is kind of weird."
I don't know how I'm trying to explain it, but like,
If you want to play Fortnite for 4 hours and that's what heals you, you should be with a person who is literally like, "Oh, that's what's gonna make you feel good." All right, you play Fortnite for 4 hours. I'm gonna go do some different shit for 4 hours. Like, I don't you.
chat knows what I'm trying to say.
I hope they do. I'm a little confused.
a good, healthy relationship, you should be allowed to do things.
I'm
on your
not
own.
saying that when I'm in a relationship I wouldn't do those things.
You don't want to check in with someone else.
Yeah,
and be
yeah. Like it's being single is fun. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. I know that you can do that in a relationship. I get that, and I'm saying if I was in a relationship, of course I would like check in and have those conversations. But I'm saying like there's a different freedom to being single.
Yeah, that's the cost, though. For whatever reason you want to be in a relationship, that's the cost. You do have to, like,
and I don't have anything against it. I'm just saying being single is different.
So, all right. Well, I guess Pat doesn't. That's it for Pat. You just don't give a fuck. You don't want to talk about the kind of girls that you're into or anything like that. Nah, I appreciate that. You know why? You're allowed to your privacy. So, Serge, what's dating like when you're engaged? Is it mostly planning the wedding?
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I can't really comment on dating in general. I didn't do very much.
No, I mean like taking your fiance on a date. Like you're still dating.
Yeah, you're still. Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question. You don't have to talk numbers, but maybe you can educate us on hidden costs in wedding planning so that everybody can like start saving and preparing and like,
Save it all.
I think people should just throw the wedding in their backyard and just invite your close friends and family that you want to be there. I don't think you got to do the whole.
Oh shit! Serge is about pomp and circumstance, so I can only assume.
No, dating continues even after you're in a relationship, engaged, even after you're married. You still have to go out on dates. It is a delicate flower. It needs to be nurtured, and
how do you keep things fresh?
keep things fresh.
Febreze.
You have to do things that make both of you happy.
Yeah.
And laugh and be willing to compromise. So if I'm on the game and I'm like, just all I want to do is just go home, just play some video games. But if something's up, and I'm like, I'm gonna be there for her also if I need to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, it I don't know. It's good. it's work, but yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I wouldn't take it back.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I mean, it's just like working on your friendships, though. For us, it's difficult because we foolishly work together. So a lot of our it'll just be we'll have to be like, hey, we're not talking about work, or we have to be like, hey, we're not gonna sit on the couch and just be on our phones. We're gonna go do a thing, and we have to go do that thing. We got to do it together, And that's like our dates. Like we're like, hey, like me and you are gonna go camping, or like we're gonna go, just me and you are gonna go to Tappers and we're just gonna play games and like hang out. Like we're just gonna go and do shit together. Like we have to, because otherwise we'll just end up sitting around on the couch all day. But it's also like, it's kind of the same way that we like take care of yourself. Like we're gonna go to the gym together. Like, you know what I mean? Like just try to build these routines, but keep them different and keep them flexible so you don't ever get like, oh man, it's day 150 and we've watched JJK a billion times and we haven't gotten off the couch.
Try not to, like, we were falling into a routine where we would just be home and like watching Ink Master or Netflix or something, and then after a while you just start to notice like, all right, we need to like go do something.
Right? You just like, and that's what I'm trying to build it into now. Like I'm trying to, because I think we're about to hit about 7 years. I think I'm not gonna do the math right now, but we need to. I want to build in that we just have like these monthly things that we do. Right, and it'll be like, hey, like we're gonna go. Like for a minute we were going to Cincinnati like every other weekend, and like I think we need to be like, hey, once a month we go to Cincinnati or we go to Chicago. Like we just gotta make things that we do, just like it has to be that. Like we got a date night. That's why like couples I think get older. They just like date night.
I read a really funny comment on. It might have been Andor. I don't know. I read a really funny comment where like, you know, so many people have been missing. Like people are out on vacation and this and that. And like somebody commented is like, I wish I had as many PTOs as the normies.
Well, we don't have that many. There's just so many of us.
We don't. It's just very apparent when people are missing. That's all.
Wait, so you and Marquetta never talk about work, or you guys try to avoid that? Or?
No, we talk about work all the fucking time, but we really try not to. Like, because I don't want that to be the main thing. And like, right now we're really focused on this house and shit. And I've been doing things where I'm trying to like capture the moment. Like I made like a little video of us like talking about, we got our first house. We're gonna look back on this video and that'll be cool. Just because like we're so not anti-tradition, but we are both very untraditional in a way. And I was like, we need to start setting some traditions down, just because like I'll go through my phone and look back on shit like, oh, that was fun, and now I just want to do that like mindfully. Like I want to be like, oh, like hey, we're doing a date night. This night is gonna be a fun date night. I remember the last date night we had, and I swear it had to be like sometime last year, because we always have these trips and shit and people are in and out of town, and it's always like, you know. Are
you gonna be like a handyman around your house? You gonna be doing stuff?
Yeah, I'm digging a trench in the back right now.
What?
Yeah.
What? Let me go dig a hole.
You want to dig? I need an axe right now. Digging a hole is surprisingly
I have an
hard.
axe.
I mean, I got an axe too. I just gotta go get it. But yeah, I'm gonna need help on the other holes. I gotta dig 3 of them. Wow. I need to bury my drainage pipe. You don't
Shia
want
LaBeouf out here.
Talk house stuff. It's boring.
My cousin is getting viral hits on his lawn grooming videos.
Ooh,
dude, I honestly no, I get it.
He's like, asked me for advice. I'm like, bro, this is a whole niche market.
Yeah.
You just need to keep going, keep posting.
Bro, I'm about to get native grass.
No, for real, because my
grass
lawn
looks sexy too.
My lawn is terrible right now. Like it's like 95% weeds on my front lawn and my back lawn. It's bad. So like I was looking up YouTube of you know, like how to fix that shit or what I need to do.
It's a lot.
Trying to find a tutorial. It's not. I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot. But then I fell down that rabbit hole of like watching these videos where it's like a before and after, and they show the whole process, and it's almost like ASMR. Yeah, dude. It's so funny.
Well, I'm glad we got to talk about
Chris. It's just back on because I've talked to people at the dog park. You know, they're both lawyers or they're both doctors and stuff. So I feel like it's a little bit different for you because you work with her. Is it easier because you don't have to like talk about your day? You guys both kind of have the day together. So you're just like, how was work? Is there still like the how was work question?
No, not really. Well, it depends. Like if we have a work day where we don't see each other all day, but usually we're doing the same shit. It'll just be like, I don't know. We just don't ask each other that because we're usually both here for it. It's just like,
like you were there. She-Hulk the whole day. I'm just kidding.
So shit like that. And I mean, it's whatever. I just
appreciate sometimes that I do appreciate that Corey and I have different jobs, just because like whenever either of us are having a shit day or a stressful day, you just kind of, it's another thing in relationships. You just have to support the other person while they're down. In that respect, I think that's the best part, because we all have our days where we're just like, fuck this shit. It's good to have a partner to lean on, and then vice versa. So if I have a shit day, I can kind of I don't need to get into the nitty gritty for her to understand it. Yeah. It's the same with her. She doesn't need to explain to me like exactly why. We'll get into it later, but
I mean, if some shit goes sideways here, though, we usually just both leave pissed off. Go home and pet this cat until we feel better. It's not a euphemism. We have a cat. His name's Bodie. All right. So listen, me and Pat, moving away from adult relationship stuff, me and Pat want to talk with y'all about Euphoria.
Oh yeah.
Some kid relationship shit.
Euphoria.
Y'all gotta watch Euphoria, man.
Yeah.
Is it like high school drama?
It is, but it's
like it's adult.
But extreme.
it's very well done. I wouldn't say extreme. I would say heightened. Like, you know how Scam felt very much like what it felt like to be in high school, like even from this age. Euphoria is much more a heightened sense of all of that. And I will say the first season, the camera work alone, watch it with the volume off and you'll be like, this shit is amazing. Dead serious. Like, just the way they move the camera angles and all this and that. But then you get into the story, and Pat, why don't you tell them about your favorite character?
I want to catch up. Let me join the couch.
Pat's got a favorite character, so you already know he's an asshole. They introduce this kid as a 12-year-old, and you already know he's going to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I understand why he's a piece of shit, though.
I want to watch the show.
It's really, really
You should
good.
watch it with Corey.
But
I mean,
I've
you
heard
both,
it's really
facts.
heavy.
On
She's seen it
mental
already,
health
but
stuff.
Yeah.
She'll watch it again. She says it's really good.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was that it's like he says heavy and stuff like that, and like one thing he says like it's kind of like high school. It is like kind of like high school, but don't think of like our high school experience because their high school experience on a different level. They're on like, bro, their parties is never the parties like we see.
But that's how all like high schools in LA look.
Their parties, like if you went to one of their parties, I could see that going to like those parties like maybe once in a year for us, like for our school. But their parties like that's every weekend, and I'm like, it's next level partying they do. Like I've never seen parties like that.
I can kind of understand it because it's Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
It's like Gen Z kids. So
Out in
if you look
California.
back at like what we knew when we were kids, like I knew at certain ages, I'm like, I shouldn't know this shit. But I do because the internet exists and like, you know what I mean? Or movies or things I should be watching. So if you take that and just exponentially increase it to this current generation where they've had the world at their fingertips since they were children. Since like, hey, mommy got you an iPad, what Bo Burnham talks about. So like these kids grew up just with everything at their fingertips. So the burden of knowledge and knowing kind of how the world is, what the world is like. So maybe, you know, they're a lot more jaded than we could have ever imagined.
I mean, so you can see that these kids are. So here's the main through line that has kind of fucked up all these kids, and it's the letdown of the American fucking schools, the letdown of the American health system, and drugs. Like the main girl, she's got they think she's maybe a little bit Rue. This is like shit you find out in the first episode, so mild spoilers. But I want to talk about it. She finds out, like, as a youngster, she's got like OCD. She's probably got a little bit of bipolarism. Like, she's got some mental health problems, right? And her mom is trying to figure out how to deal with it. And the way they deal with it is they get her on medication, and that works for a while. But it's like iffy, right? And she's like, I never felt like myself. She felt like dull, like it wasn't working, right? Like they couldn't get her any therapy or anything like that or anyone to talk to. So it's all just the medication shit. And then her dad gets cancer, and after he dies, like she like finds his pills and shit. And she's like, oh. And then she takes one of those, and it's the first time she feels like euphoria. The first time she feels like in her whole entire life, she's probably like, let's say 14, 15 maybe when she tries this. The first time she felt like...
What kind of pills were?
I mean, I don't know. Some fucking cancer. There's some opioid probably to help him with the pain. And that's it. And she's like, damn, that felt great. And then like gets heavy into drugs and then like overdose. This is all like in the first like 10 minutes of the show. Like just her backstory. And then it's her coming back from that overdose and like kind of like trying to figure out life and shit. And she struggles. But then like you start to find out that the other people that live there have all had like drug addicts in their past, either family members or friends and shit like that. And everyone's drinking and partying and doing like all the recreational drugs to not have to deal with like the shit that's going down. And they're all so fucked up in these like really interesting, intricate ways. But it makes them all feel like real people. And I think we all knew people that were kind of like this. Like I got plenty of buddies and shit like that. So
I gotta say, if we have kids, I would much rather catch my kid smoking pot than like fucking with pills. If anything I could instill in my kid is like never fuck with pills. I luckily in my adolescence, all the experimenting that I did, luckily never turned to pills.
yeah,
I was like, it's that shit is addicting. Like it's like that's like chemically manufactured addiction.
yeah.
And it's unfortunate. And I'm not gonna say meds don't help. Meds help a lot. Like, you know, like with other people's problems, with what you're prescribed to it for. That's why they're so careful about prescribing it and like so specific with the instructions. And meds alone aren't what cures you. It treats you. What cures you is meds plus therapy. Like it's not like I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna be better now. You're gonna take this and you're gonna
combine it with therapy.
You got to work on yourself. It's like the relationship thing. Just like you got to work on your relationships and your friendships, you also got to work on yourself. That Rick and Morty therapist was like, it's boring and it's working. That's why you got to do it.
So imagine their chemical imbalance already from like kind of being depressed as a teen or whatever problems they're going through, and then they're gonna throw in something they don't even understand what's going to happen to their bodies. Like it's sad.
So then you couple that
Fact out, mate.
with
Smoke weed.
That's the dark part. The fun part, which is fun to watch, is well, I shouldn't have started saying that. It's not fun. Look, they fuck a lot and they party a lot, and they get into a lot of kid drama, and you're like, oh, that's really fun. You know what I mean?
Is Sydney Sweeney fun?
She is, but she's also at a point now in the story where it's like, you got to get your shit together, homie.
I saw her in White Lotus. That was the first thing I saw her in. She's a really good actress.
That's the music from White Lotus.
Dang, dang.
We've been practicing. But so look, I'm just saying that, right? But then here's the other thing too. Season 2, bro, shot all on film. Beautiful, practical. They did these 2 COVID episodes where people just talk for an hour, and I kid you not, some of the best TV I've ever seen.
Boring
Motherfuckers
shit.
were literally on the couch crying when this dude made a phone call, because that's how good those episodes were. Like, they absolutely knock it the fuck out the park. It's like
HBO is
they're
amazing,
really
man.
working on a level that is like God tier.
You know that new CEO is gonna chop that show. He's gonna chop
They
it.
better not.
He's gonna chop it.
We never talked about that, but they canceled the Batman animated series that was supposed to come back.
And
What?
And the
man.
Batgirl movie.
Yeah. Which is, I know that they're floundering and trying to struggle with shit. Wisecrack just had this whole video about his content killing culture, and they talked about that shit a lot. But
Poor Brendan Fraser, man.
right,
Just can't catch a break. I think he was supposed to
And
be
Michael
Batgirl.
Keaton. Michael Keaton.
Mike. So Pat, well, just before we talk about Andor and the other shit, like, what's your favorite part about Euphoria? Why should they watch it? Tell us one ridiculous thing that happened.
So I think just a recent episode we just watched, like you said, the high school drama. I'm in here for the popcorn. I love the drama because they make the drama look so heightened. Like, so for example, last episode we saw was this girl. She's sad. She's in her field. She's at the gas station. She's drinking. She's eating her heart out, or whatever, with some donuts or whatever.
Powder
the
donuts.
fuckboy comes into town, comes to the gas station, sees her and her vulnerability, offers her beer, takes her in his V8 truck. He has a V8 truck. So this V8 truck, he revving that engine. Now she's feeling good, and then how if she feels good, that V8, the engine feels good, and that So
Okay.
yeah, so she
What the
feels.
fuck is happening?
Yeah. It's the V8 engine. She's drinking the V8 engine, feeling good where she's sitting. The seats are like they're rumbling, and he like low key, he going all the way to like 120. She out there feeling good. So
Is she coming from the engine?
She's not coming, but she's getting revved up.
She's
Okay.
the vibrations of the V8 engine.
Yeah, she's getting revved up. So now that she's ready to go.
Okay.
But now here's the thing. She is going about to fuck the dude who's already in a relationship with her best friend.
No, they just got out of a relationship, but they're in a really toxic on again, off again relationship.
But that's her best friend, and also his friend was also a teammate of his. So she has a boyfriend who she just kind of recently broke off, but they just broke up. She fucked him. Her boyfriend is the teammate of him.
This sounds
High school
like
was
your
kinda
typical
like that,
teen.
yeah, like-
drama stuff.
Team. But they were fucking each other at a party. Okay, sitting in the truck where they could have just fucked. They went to a party to fuck in the bathroom while the girlfriend's trying to come in, knock on the door, and use the bathroom while they're fucking in there.
She's like, "Are you in there?" Oh my god, are you taking a shit at a party? And he's like, "Shut up."
And then she has to hide in the bathtub. Okay, she has to hide in the bathtub so the boy could leave. So the girl could come in and pee. The girl pees, no toilet paper.
That's disgusting.
So what she does is takes a towel, wipes it, throws it in the bathtub, and guess where it lands?
Right on. Oh yeah.
Was it shit?
No, it was just pee.
Okay, that's not
But
bad.
she's essentially getting her friend's pee on her face after she just got her
That
friend's
is that
boyfriend.
teen drama
that's
right
kinda
there.
karma.
That was nice popcorn eating shit right there.
Also, keep in mind, beautifully shot on film, perfect lighting, expertise, pee towel. It's great shit. So
I love when Chris nerds out about film. Except
yeah.
the one time where Buffy busted out and you were like, "Film, baby!" And I'm like, "Chris, that's all that was there back then." Can I just say that HBO is probably. This is my second one. HBO is probably my favorite streaming service, or just
They're gonna cut
channel.
box up production company in general, just because if you take a look at their catalog of shows,
I don't know if they have that many misses compared to their hits.
Very true.
When you take it in proportion to Netflix, Hulu, Disney, they just have banger.
They're like the Pixar of M-rated shows.
Yeah. And like, I know there's probably some bad shows out there, but nothing compared to the amount of like mediocre run-of-the-mill shit you see on Netflix or
Netflix is like 90% miss.
They are like HBO is 100% quality over quantity, and it shows. And I mean that's why literally their whole entire models was like it's not TV, it's HBO. Even back in the day, because like that's kind of how they came into the game.
It's DiGiorno
and just stayed with it. It's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno's pretty good.
So now, me and Mickey, Andor, please tell me you caught up.
Wait. Can I just mention one thing before? Because like DiGiorno just reminded me. We got to go get it back. So Pat found. Tell him what you found. Tell him what you found.
What I found?
The pizza bites. The little bite.
Oh,
bro.
No, these nasty. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this on camera, but this
They
is
won't be.
White Castle.
Just
You guys
describe
like White Castle, right? So
Go on.
White Castle came out with a new product in their product lines. White Castle. It came out with pizza bites, but White Castle pizza bites.
White Castle pizza bites, and I want them.
Let's go. I don't. No. Don't show me. I just want you to bring them here because I want
I'm not gonna eat them. I didn't buy them.
You come on. Where'd you find them at?
Kroger.
I want the
This one
instant
right
diarrhea.
here. This one right here.
Yeah, this one right here.
All right, we're gonna go get one and have it over lunch.
You know how bad
Beautiful.
my mind
can't see
is?
that.
Like you guys sent that in the group, and I saw that, and yesterday I had to do it. I got White Castle because I saw the logo. And that sounds pretty good. I had the spicy ghost. They got the ghost pepper.
They got the ghost peppers back.
Yeah.
Hey, when I get White Castle, I literally I enforce myself to sleep on the couch.
Where?
I got it downtown on South Street.
Okay, all right.
You already know which one. It's the only one downtown.
Dude.
If you want to see a judge get
Ghost
shot and
pepper.
also get ghost pepper White Castles, you go to that White Castle.
Also, if you want a NormieCon attendee to never come back ever again.
Right? One of our biggest fans, never seen or heard from this, but last saw at the White
feel
Castle,
so
he
bad.
decided he was like, what did he say? He was like, Serge, I don't want to die.
Serge, I don't want to die. He turned to me and he had fear in his eyes. I'm so sorry, Mark. Never again. We will
Never
not ever
again.
go to the White Castle. He wanted the true White Castle experience, and
He got it.
You got it, man.
He got it.
I think it was either a week before or a week after that, someone shot a judge there. Like,
For real?
yes. They shot it. Who shoots a judge at a White Castle? Why was the judge at the White Castle?
There were
why is
three
the judge
judges
at
in
a
the
White
car,
Castle?
and they were talking shit and throwing bottles. They were drinking and driving. And then one of them got
Lord,
shot.
that's some Indianapolis ass shit. So, Serge, you get caught up on Andor? No.
No.
Okay, so no spoilers. It's bottom line, it's good.
I think Pat would
It's
like it. I think it's the only
really-
Star Wars thing Pat would
I
probably
think the main
like.
character is gonna
It
die.
has nothing to do with like the main lore. It's kind of like its own contained story. And it's really, really good. It feels fresh. It feels new.
You know how you
There-
like characters that are kind of bad, kind of good?
Like,
It's the whole show.
okay, no spoilers, but like there was a action sequence in episode 3, and like in Clone anything Star Wars you've seen, when the blasters go off, it's just like pew 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 pew. It's just a really crazy back and forth. But this one was like deliberate. It felt like a Western gunfight, and like each shot was like deliberate, and it was like it's serious in tone. All of the characters are like gray area characters. There's no like mustachioed villain. There's like believable motivations for everybody. There's intrigue. The dialogue is amazing. Like it's probably my
Oh,
favorite.
and it looks crazy.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite Star Wars things I've seen in like a long time. Even above Obi-Wan. Cause like it's good, man. It's just good.
Yeah. Plus, it doesn't have a. It's got no reputation to live up to.
So they have not
Yeah.
mentioned the Force. Have they mentioned the Force yet?
No, it has nothing to do with any.
They
of
haven't
it.
said the word Force.
Nope, nothing.
No,
There's
not once yet.
not a
I don't believe
stormtrooper.
you.
Not a stormtrooper
I
inside.
literally don't believe. I don't
So
believe.
is it on Earth or is it still in space?
So there is no
Yeah, I
Earth
mean,
in this
it's-
universe.
It's a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago.
So they're on a planet, though.
But it's also the future.
Huh?
Well, define future.
It's a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away. Far, far away, long time ago.
Now, all right. So listen, there's a hot chick in it, Pat. I don't know how much you like hot chicks. All right. There's cute little things and like shit like that, man. I think you'd fuck with it, bro.
real?
Yeah, man. Just watch that first episode,
I'll watch
Pat.
it. I'll watch
That's
it.
all I'm trying to
So
get.
the first 2 episodes, which by the way, I don't know why we're getting low views. Even like Blind Wave got like low views on their video, in my opinion. So like I don't know what's going on. Man, I
I
feel
think people are done with Star Wars.
no, I feel like Disney's
no,
like
that too. The Star Wars have shown some bad faith. In
I feel like
Once
Disney's
people hear about
shadow banning
Andor,
YouTube.
I think more people will tune in.
Okay, so the first 2 episodes are very dialogue driven. There's not a lot of action, but it's still remains like it was quick, man. Episode 1 went by.
And also, I think what Spencer said, that if they released the first 3, so that is like one sitting for people. And if the hype shit happened in episode 3, that's what people are going to be.
So maybe episode 4 pop. But I'm just saying, Pat,
I mean, the reaction views for episode 3 will pop.
Oh yeah,
I would imagine so.
Pat, the next time you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna play some Fortnite. Watch an episode of Andor first and then play some Fortnite.
I bet they'll put Andor in.
And
Fortnite.
Honestly, out of all the Star Wars characters to be in Fortnite, he kind of makes the most amount of sense.
Andor would make sense.
I love Fortnite just because it's fun to hear Pat say like, I'm on the flying Nimbus. And I'm just like, I never would have heard him say that ever in my life. But it's great. Fortnite made it so.
I got the Kamehameha.
And to round off our little bit of show talk, She-Hulk.
Shulky.
Where's it going? Where's it going? What's it doing?
I want to say something about Shoki. I like Shoki. I like sitcoms. I grew up on sitcoms. That was my shit.
It's a
so
sitcom?
I know sitcoms. I know I watch sitcoms in my free time. So that's my jam. And I know this is a sitcom. I still does not give me a true sitcom vibes. And it's trying to be a sitcom. But it's trying to deshed its Marvel, which it should not try to deshed. It's trying to be Marvel.
Is there a laugh track?
There's no laugh track. But new sitcoms don't have laugh tracks.
Yeah, they don't.
But sitcom at the end of the day, a sitcom, at least good sitcoms, have a message. This does not have a message at any episode. Does not have a message.
So you're saying it's trying to walk in both lanes.
It's trying to walk in both lanes, and then on top of that, there's like. If you're not giving me a message, then they're like, where's the story going? And you're going to drop a whole bunch of stuff, but never go back to it. And every episode just erupts. Like, there's never a closure. Like, I don't have no closure. I don't know where it's going. I don't have closure on the things that were they.
Well,
I guess
this one, I was ready for this episode to be over. Like,
for real?
Is it not good?
Yeah. No, just honestly, just this episode is what I had a real problem with.
I didn't have and it was like I don't have a problem with the show. I still enjoy the show. It's just I don't know where it's going. I don't know, like we have 2 more episodes left, and that there's no penultimate. Like there's no peak.
I feel like they're just using this show to like tease bigger things, right? Like didn't they tease like a few things? Like
all those things have been so background that they're not even really teasing.
If you think about, like, I did see a comment talking about the 3-act structure. So let's try to look at it as a 3-act structure because it did
First
make
3
a little bit
episodes,
more sense to me.
Yeah.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3. We discover she's She-Hulk. She's getting tutelage from Mark Ruffalo.
Bruce.
And then the Blonsky cases in within those 2nd and 3rd episodes too. 4, 5, and 6 have been about how Jen is existing with She-Hulk, like what her dating life is, how she's got to like defend herself and accept the name. And so I get that. I just don't think 4, 5, and 6 were that well done compared to 1, 2, and 3. They just it moved the story along at a snail's pace, and I don't know.
I guess if you look at it that way, if this was going to be the middle part of the movie,
So 7, 8, 9 should bring it together with like what the actual plot is. I just wish they dangled it a little bit more. Yeah, they revealed Intelligentsia, another secret organization people were excited about, but no, it was not. I'm sorry, it did not move the story along. People said like, no, I'm wrong. This moved the story along the most of every episode.
I disagree on that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I see, and for me, I said it all yesterday, but I was just like, I don't know, it's feeling like a character study. Like she's just doing shit. If at the end of the season, like I do this with every show we watch, I'm always like, oh, I'll give them, leeway to see. Like I even did this with Cowboy Bebop. I was like, let's see how it ends before, it's going poorly. But this episode was, out of all of them, possibly the weakest, but still, I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it and just kind of wondering how it's gonna pan out. Like it needs to actually pan out.
Yeah, like, I'm not mad at the.
It was a wedding episode.
Like the Megan Thee Stallion twerking. I'm surprised at how many people don't know who Megan Thee Stallion was. Like,
oh, really?
Like
Fuck
Angry
yeah.
Joe was like, I don't know who that was. Some Cardi B rip up. I'm like, bro,
What the fuck?
I'm serious.
How do you not know who Megan Thee
A lot of
Stallion
people
is?
in our comments too were like, I thought it was a made up.
How?
Name.
She's like a huge superstar.
Y'all don't listen to
She wants to fuck Sasuke. I
She's
thought
like
you
a-
anime nerds would know Megan Thee
She's like a
Stallion.
mega star.
She loves Naruto. She loves anime. Like I think Megan Thee Stallion is cooler than Cardi B personally.
Have you seen that drawing of her and Cardi B as Nappa and
What?
and Vegeta?
No.
I saw The Rock and Kevin. What's his name? What
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I find that to be. I guess I don't find it to be really weird. I am black. I am into black culture. It is.
Oh yeah, so I was like, I'm not like I don't mind that
that
stuff. The twerking, it was fine. Like what other people have been pissed about up to this point didn't bother me. I've just been like, this episode made me be like, come on, like what is it? What's the story? What's the conflict that our characters are trying to get over? There's like never.
There's no like overarching story yet.
No.
But that means the conflict is
someone is trying to steal her blood.
But then there's also secret organization.
I mean, there's the people that are trying to steal her blood.
And then also Daredevil might be there.
But they're trying. No, Daredevil was teased and then just completely.
He was in so much marketing.
Yeah, they like to do that.
And my thing was like, if you guys need to go watch reactions, I was enjoying the first 3 episodes. I loved it. Like I was like glad. Like it was. I was truly enjoying it. It's just the last few episodes is like.
So worthwhile.
I think it's worthwhile. Maybe
it was almost like it was supposed to be a 6-episode season, like the rest of the Marvel shows, and they filmed like 3 back-to-back like character study episodes, but it ended up just being like filler because I still think it's about her. At least 4 and 5 had something for her to overcome. Here, it's just like you're at a shitty wedding for a shitty person that you don't even care about.
I dig it. I want to see. I think it's because for me. I said this yesterday, and I'm telling it to Mickey now, but like with it being like it's like She-Hulk attorney at law. Like I don't think that like I never thought she was gonna have some big thing to overcome. I thought she was just like, oh, I'm a Hulk, and like that's kind of the secondary thing about me. And like we've seen her go on dates, and we've seen her like trying to figure out where she fits into the world. She even got like she got dresses made to go to this wedding, and shows up as She-Hulk, and the bride's like, what the fuck, like don't be She-Hulk at my wedding, like be Jen, like you can't upstage me at my wedding. And it's like, oh, like. Her trying to figure out how to have friends and do this shit. I don't know. She feels like a weird millennial who barely has friends as it is and is also dealing with having superpowers. And I'm kind of along for that ride. If we get to the end of the series and it ends with a wet fart, then I'm like, all right, well, now that makes those episodes worse. If it ends strong, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm still here for it. So,
all right,
we gonna see. All right. What about you, Mickey? What are you watching?
What am I watching?
Yeah, you don't got anything that you're like
Succession, dude. I love Succession.
I'm always.
If you like Succession so much, why don't you marry it?
I'm always pushing Succession. It's really good. I don't know if I'm watching anything right now.
You watching the Cuphead show?
No, I'm mostly I'm getting back into video games.
I've been watching.
I've been replaying Spider-Man on PC with ray tracing. It's so good.
It's on the PS5 too.
It's so good.
In the girls' podcast yesterday, I found out that people think I'm a Chad.
You are a Chad.
You are 100% a Chad.
You're 100% Chad.
So confusing. No.
Yes, 100%
Chads don't know they're Chads.
Yeah,
no, they did. Because we were talking about like high school and shit, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I had a girlfriend I got into fights and shit, and they're like, oh, you fucking Chad. I was such a nerd. I was marching band until I died.
You do have some Chad stories.
It's so wild because all through my life I've been a fucking bullied upon nerd. And now, in retrospect,
Chad is a spectrum.
I don't know if you guys know that.
We all are a little Chad. Yeah. It just depends on where you fall.
Well, Pat's the most. He spends so much time in the gym.
That don't make you a fucking Chad.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if this was a dream or if you actually said this, but like you were gonna go to the gym on a Sunday for 20 hours. Like you were just in the gym, or you had just come back from the gym.
That was a dream.
It's a dream. It's a dream. But you were like, yeah, I just got back from a 20-hour like thing. I was like,
I would never do that.
Jesus Christ!
I would never do that.
I'm like genuinely worried that you do spend too much time at the gym because also I know you've been having sleep issues and you need sleep to like recover.
That's why you're not getting bulky, bro. You ain't sleeping enough.
Like if you're overworking and not sleeping,
this guy takes pre-workout like 7.
I think you're just canceling it out.
I know, but like, listen. You feel
do less and you will get more.
Yeah, why didn't you listen to your trainer when you had a trainer?
Because he was making me want to do it so much. No, actually, he was making me do a lot more.
No.
Well, he was telling you to do some healthy stuff too, and you're like, oh, fuck this guy. Well,
actually, he wasn't making me do a lot more. He was, but like, I don't know. So, like, for me, it's like when I work out, I like to feel the workout, and then when I do what someone tells me just to do, like the trainer, I didn't feel that work. I don't feel
it for 2 hours.
I don't feel like I worked out. Like I don't feel the muscle pain, the aches.
You're not supposed to feel it right away.
You're addicted to the pain then.
Aren't you supposed to feel it like a day or two later?
Yeah, but like when you have a really, really good workout, you feel it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know how to explain.
You know, it's wild that like they say you're supposed to like work out really good and shit for your mental health, and I feel like once you got that part, once you get the sleep down, bro, you're gonna be like the most mentally healthy person.
And you learn keyboard and mouse, bro, you're gonna be unstoppable.
I think the sleep is my. I think I have undiagnosed insomnia because my mom has the same thing.
Yeah.
And like,
why y'all keep having this undiagnosed shit? Why don't you go to a doctor?
What
the fuck?
Because you can't cure insomnia. Because what they gonna do?
Oh, the doctors have no cures for anything. Why don't you go ask the goddamn doctor instead of assuming?
They did tell you to do a sleep study, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, do a sleep study.
You got to chew on valerian root.
You don't have insurance? I know where you work, so I know you have insurance.
You gotta chew on valerian root. What? Valerian root. No. That's what the Fight Club he had insomnia.
I'm big on a chamomile tea right around the bedtime.
Melatonin. But see, a melatonin gives me headaches the next day.
You gotta
something boring.
You gotta chew on valerian root. Drink some chamomile.
Not an issue.
I have a series of Noam Chomsky videos I can send you and put you immediately to sleep.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Hey, send me that. I fuck with Chomsky. Hell yeah.
I've
read.
recently
You can try reading. That'll kind of put you in the mood to go to sleep. Anyway, guys, next time we're going to be mentally healthy. Join us for our next podcast. I will tell you that we're going to have some special guests coming up here soon-ish. So stick around for that.
What are we doing later? What are we playing? The
beta
for Modern Warfare 2?
Fucking beta. Don't call me a beta. What the fuck?
Well, I know, but now we're all four gonna pop it together.
I'm leveled up. I already got my custom loadout, dude.
You be squad lead.
You be squad lead.
I want you to be. I've never seen you be squad lead.
Yeah. You know why? Because we spend 90% of time looting and the other 10% of.
For the 21st Andor?
Andor, go watch Andor.
Yesterday.
Go watch our Andor reaction.
Yeah, go watch our Andor.
I just want to say happy birthday to my dad. Love you.
Happy birthday!
Papa, you're the best. Thank you for everything.
Hold on. What? Oh, shout out birthdays to Marquetta's dad as well.
Happy birthday.
Today? Shout out to Spencer's birthday as well.
What?
Spencer's dad and Shelby.
Are you serious?
Your dad was born
my sister's birthday is tomorrow.
Oceanic Play.
Happy birthday.
Man, all your family
pimping out everybody's birthdays.
Your birthday? You're one of your birthdays? Happy birthday, man. What the hell?
All right, y'all. We'll see you at the next one. Stick around for the raid. Bye.
Raid.